Hey, what's up, everybody? Uh, Welcome to the live stream. Had a nice couple trades yesterday, and some nice price action this morning, actually, so far. Um, Hope y'all got a good night's sleep and were able to get into some of those trades yesterday. Um, but yeah, let's just head on over to the charts and we'll see what happened yesterday. So if we check out that trade we were in yesterday, we were talking about here somewhere. We got that nice spike down here somewhere. That nice spike down. It basically went right to target and then it turned around, fired back up. I believe we were actually targeting it a little farther out, but it came down and hit just right there. And that was the level we were actually looking at. So we'd been talking about the 13,500-ish level in the trading plan for yesterday, our battle plan, and so that's obviously where you would have gotten out because of the resistance there. But that would have been a great trade if you got that one. And then the next trade we actually could have taken was an up trade. So when we saw that breakout here, get in, and we could have took it up. If you check out the uh, recap for yesterday, you would have seen that trade. That'll be coming out at 10. So if you want to check out that trade that we're talking about and get a more full recap of it, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, so a couple different trades yesterday, and then if you're on this morning, wouldn't have been able to get a full-on battle box plan, obviously, because we hadn't gotten set up for today. But I guess really, if you were in the long play here and you saw the breakout here and then waited for this retest, which is the full true plan, you could have gotten in and took a 3-to-1 no problem right here. But yeah, I mean, even if you're just on this and you took a trade off this 1 minute or 5 minute 221 flag, that would have been a great trade too. So yeah, lots of different trades yesterday, a couple this morning. Just some good volume lately. So yeah, if you got into those, great. Yeah, make sure you check out that live for a full recap of those. But let's get right into the battle plan. So let's we'll head on over to our battle box and make our daily market review. And then if you've seen the stream before, you know what we're going to do next. We're going to head on over to Trading View. Look at our 4 hour all the way down to our 5 minute. Get all of the charts, get the screenshots. So we'll go ahead and start with the 5 minute, I guess, because this is what I'm already on. And we'll move up from there. So 5 minute, 15 minute. So we got 5 minute, we got 15 minute. Got the 1 hour and then the 4 hour. Then we're going to get our FRVP levels. So we'll go back to the 1 hour. Go ahead and go from the cross to 4 down. So this one right here, and then go over to fixed range volume profile. And then I'm just gonna throw it on here, I guess, real fast. And then I'm gonna take the first one and drop it at, well, I'm gonna drop it at the day before at 7 o'clock. So we got August 6th at 7 today. And then we're gonna go to today at 7. So it'll be a full 24 hours. And then I already have my lines on here. So I'm just going to take my 24-hour lines and throw them right on top of the different lines on the FRVP. So we got the red for the volume area high, the yellow for the POC, and then the blue for the 24-hour VAL. Make sure those are nice and lined up. Sweet. So we got those lines on there. So that's what we'll do for those ones. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the FRVP again, and we're going to go from 3 o'clock this morning to 7 o'clock today. Just like that. And we're going to go grab our morning volume area high, volume area low, and POC. And then we're going to throw them on there. So we got our volume area high at the very top. We got our POC right there at the middle. And then our volume area low is going to be at the bottom. And those are pretty good lined up. And then the last thing for the FRVP is we got to get a screenshot. So I'm going to do them in sections. So I'm going to do the morning ones first. Just get a screenshot of just the lines essentially. And then I'm going to get the 24-hour ones. Sweet. And then I'll take those off. We're going to go to the 30-minute last. And this is the last step for the thing is we're going to go to 7:30 and we're going to get the high and the low of the candle. So we got this high 116.430. And then we got the low at 115.974. All right, sweet. So we got those levels on there. We'll go ahead and send those in and see what the Battle Box says about today. Okay, so we'll start off checking out TradingView, kind of going through the levels. So we got the 4 hour here. We actually broke above the 200 again yesterday, which is a great bullish indicator for the 4 hour. We got the break and the close above it, and then right now we're as of today, we're kind of doing a retest here. I guess this is this morning that we broke above it, but We got this retest here on this next candle on the 4 hour. So as long as we hold above it, we're looking more bullish for the day. So right now we're retesting the other side of the strong impulse move, pushing into prior compression zone. Momentum's lifting, and the RSI is nearly overbought. So that's what the battle box says. So basically, we got MACD curling up, looking bullish. RSI is about 50, headed upwards. That's also pretty bullish. And then you got the stoaches are pretty topped out. So that's probably the one it's talking about is looking a little overbought, but pretty bullish overall on these three charts. You got the nice close above that 200. That's great for the 4 hour. So we'll head on to the 1 hour. Same thing here. We got this nice flag that we broke out of. So you got the 21 coming up and the 200 kind of going over, making a nice flag here. And then we got the breakout here up to 116,800 about. Currently, we're stabilizing above the breakout shelf, but we're extended. So MACD is starting to show early fade, which would be this here. And then you got the RSI kind of curling back down, looking like maybe we'll get a little pullback here before continuing higher. We got the 15-minute is also a clean breakout of this longer flag. This is actually the flag from the 5-minute that I just drew on there, but take that off real fast. So we got this nice flag here, and then a nice breakout. Really went above and beyond, I think, target. Yeah, basically right to it. So definitely not a bad move. If you were watching that, that'd be a good trade. Our MACD is curling downwards on the 15-minute. You got the RSI is overbought. We're looking like we're gonna curl over. And then stoaches are actually already curling over almost at the bottom again, almost oversold. 5-minute, we got the same thing, a nice takeoff from the 221 flag, and then a breakup, nice breakup to that level, and then we're kind of forming almost a mini flag here. You got MACD curls down, looking like it's starting to soften, getting ready to curl back over. RSI is also curling down. We're almost back to the mid-range level here, and we're starting to ease up on that breakdown. So still bearish, but that's looking more like we might turn bullish soon. And then we got the stoaches curling up. All good signals. So overall, market's looking pretty bearish pretty bullish for today. Looking like we're getting ready to have a nice breakout upwards, or at least a continuation upwards. So next thing I'm gonna throw on there real fast before we get too far into it is I'm gonna throw the daily resistance and daily support on there. So I got my daily resistance and daily support already on here, but I'm going to go ahead and change the coordinates for them for today. So today the daily resistance is going to be at 116,775. And then our daily support, that's going to be at 115,145. There we go. And we'll go ahead and turn back on all our levels. And as you can see, our volume area low and our volume area high for the morning are very close. Oh, actually, no, it's our volume area high for the morning is very close to the daily resistance there. And then what is this? We got our Only very low, I believe, for the 24 hours, like right behind it. Oh no, no. POC is right behind it for the 24 hour. So basically, we got this range here. As of right now, we're still in what we always call no man's land. So you're not really, it's not set up to take anything either way yet. But let's go ahead and make a battle plan, kind of see what the the battle box's ideas, I guess, are for the trades today, and see how we're doing. So I'm gonna start up. Let's do a. Okay, so we'll just asked it for a battle plan. Kind of see what it says. Terrain summary. Price positions holding above 30-minute range high but below the volume area high. A breakout attempt confirmed but stalling near HDF resistance. Volume behavior strong impulse overnight. Current fade and consolidation under the volume area high. The HDF structure context 4-hour compression underside reset. Potential trap or continuation inflection point. 1-hour flag breakout confirmed but stretched. So we got the breakout push to 116,775. The target zones. So if we break out and retest here, then we're looking at a zone from like 117,300 to 118. And then if we break down here, we're looking at a after a breakdown and retest, we're looking at a zone from 115, 145 to 114, 400-ish. So essentially we'd be going back and retesting that 21 on the 4-hour. So if you open up your 4-hour just like this, you can see right here we got that 21 about that 114, 400 all the way up to the POC essentially at 115, 140, 140-ish area. It's also saying to be careful of a trap long. So if we do end up breaking up here, be careful of like fake out and then a breakdown from there. The things it's saying to watch out for is avoid early session entries without structured. Fakeouts are likely between 116, 250 and 117, 775. There's key decision time New York open at 11:30 to 11:30. Oh, 10:30 to 11:30 CST. Central Standard Time. So essentially we're just kind of hanging out in this range. We got the levels on there now, so then we're kind of in this no man's land here. Really, we're kind of watching to see what happens here. We could get that pullback essentially here, creating a nice little flag. Something kind of like this. Get that nice flag, and then we'll have a breakout to essentially where it was talking about at that almost 11800 level. Yeah, so we'll kind of have to see how the day plays out. That's not too exciting right now because once that goes up and retests here, it won't be awesome. It's only 0.75 to 1. Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing is, like Suremaker just said, it is 17,340 is uh the first level that it says, and lately it seems like it's been hitting that first level and then kind of retracing. So even if you just get that first level, it's only like a point 0.5 to 1. So unless you really pull up your stop, which I kind of saw yesterday, what happens when you do that kind of stuff. So I don't know, not super excited about that one. Um, Still have to wait for it to kind of like play out and see what even happens here. But as of right now, yeah, not I'm not super excited about that one. Be kind of looking for um, a little bit bigger of a move. Possibly that down run, but that's not going to be that great either, honestly. If we took that down position later in the day and just went to that middle kind of where the two are, we're only getting it about a 0.52. So nothing really exciting as of right now. Yeah, yeah, 115K. Yeah, that's about where I have it. Yeah, and really, unless you pull those stops in quite a bit, they're not that great so far. We'll have to see kind of what happens whenever the market actually tells us which way it's going to head. But for right now, it's really just a waiting game of kind of waiting to see, what's going to happen and what really we're looking for on this trade. Right now, though, it's just a waiting game. Uh, I think the 4 hour that bear flag you're talking about, I think it depends on whether it holds here or not. So like we got this breakout here. Got this breakout here. So right now, if we can hold above this 21 here, then I would say this flag is not going to work because this is essentially the flag probably that you're talking about. We got this. I believe it's I believe it's a rising wedge. Yeah, rising wedge. So since we got this rising wedge here on the these typically break down like 60% of the time. I already drew the target. Um, but if we do actually end up holding it here, we could end up firing up and then having a nice move upwards actually. Um, so like 123, if that, I wouldn't trust that target too much honestly, but we could have a nice breakout to the upside, really more than if we hold here. So it kind of depends. But if we do end up getting that breakdown today, that'll bring us back into the pattern, and then we'll kind of have a nice. Yeah, if that's what I'm thinking. If you press Alt I, you can flip it inverted, like Spirit Maker's talking about in the chat. Um, yeah, honestly, the moving averages do kind of look all of them kind of look like they're getting ready to kind of uh, continue with the price action here, but I do not like that holding there. So if it does hold there, honestly, I think we might be able to go up here. We'll kind of see what happens. There's a lot of the charts do look bullish, but they can also flip pretty fast, especially like the 4 hour. I guess looks pretty decent. The 1 hour looks pretty good, but we are getting pretty close to getting topped out on the RSI once it goes up a little bit more, and then got the MACD. We got half the bars, so we normally do about 8 bars before we start seeing a curl over. Not always true, obviously, but you got 4 bars here. So if you continue to see 4 more, and they're just kind of price just kind of going sideways, we could get that curl over as well. Uh, the it's 45. The 15 minute. 15 minute does look like we're gonna get a pullback some kind at least. Yeah, daily MACD does look like it could fire out of here. I don't know. I mean, it's looking decently bullish. And you also got that cross here. So if we do see that continuation and that hold, could see the daily kind of flip more bullish and then see another run up at least. Weekly's almost got maxed out on the RSI, and then you almost got the MACD is also starting to curl over, so not a great sign. Honestly, up to the daily, it's looking pretty bullish as of right now. So we're looking at a possible continuation upwards here if we hold, and then if we start to break down, get back in that pattern, and maybe more of a breakdown here. Honestly, the trade today is kind of just going to be more of a wait and then kind of see what happens. We had a nice move yesterday, so uh, typically after a nice up move, next day it's kind of boring. But could get a nice up move today too. That doesn't say anything. 115, 885. Yeah, so around the so we go back to that 4 hour. You're saying that this basically the 200 here slash the trend line for the pattern is going to be the hard line. Yeah, I would agree with that. So basically, if we are going to stay up here, we got to hold above this pattern line slash the 200 on the 4 hour. If we get a breakdown there, that means most likely we're going to go back into that pattern. We're going to see a breakdown even farther to that 110-ish area that Spirit Maker was talking about. Maybe even farther to targets at 108, 811, or 108, 118 or so. So a nice move downwards. If we end up breaking back down into this pattern. But yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot for any kind of like super good opportunities today. Just kind of watch the charts, look for our plan to take effect. If you know how to use the Battle Box or have been checking out, make sure you're using that, kind of asking questions if you have them. That'll help you find some of the um, good trades for today. But other than that, it's really just a waiting game. So, those all of the numbers and levels from the live stream today will be on our X account. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. If you want to use our battle box, go ahead and check out the link in the description. There'll be a link for the battle box that'll get you set into here where you can see the you basically get access to our battle box chat GPT, and then you'll be able to talk to it and use it just like we do on the stream. Make your own daily market recaps or anything like that. Yeah, shirt maker, we are above. We're above the 4 hour, above the 1 hour. Yeah, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, and 5 minute. We're all above all of them. I mean, if you go through all of my time frames, we're above all of them. That one move, oh, wow. What was that? 2 hour? So 2 hour, we're not above. But that's actually kind of what we're running into right here. But up to the 4 hour, yes, besides the random 2 hour chart I have on there, we are definitely above all of them. So that last move definitely brought us above. Yeah, we got the cross on the 1 hour there too. So that's typically a good sign for. Ooh, excuse me, for the bulls. Yeah, 2 hours the only one that doesn't have the isn't above its 200, which it's like right there. It's kind of like a random chart, really. But it is kind of where we're running into resistance right there. No, that time frame's not really important. It's just one I have on the charts. You use it a lot more. It's kind of one of those things you find the time frames that work for you and you kind of stick with them. 2 hours is not one that I use very often. Honestly, the ones that we use are just 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, and 5. I was just kind of going through all of them. But yeah, 2 hours more. 2 hours definitely under that 200 here. So CA. As of right now, I guess you could say it's more important because we do want to see that break to kind of confirm that the rest of them, because everything else is broken. So it's one of those things where it's just odd that this one isn't. So just be watching for that break here of but honestly, if you just did like a Control J, threw a line on there and wrote like I don't know, like 2 hour 200 or something, and then you can change the color to match your 200, and then when you're on other charts you can kind of just watch it there because you want to see that line get broken there. Yeah, there you go, you can see it now. So you want to see this line just like that, and you want to see the break of that line and then retest and take off. But again, that's not a huge deal. It's not a time frame we use all the time. So it's something maybe I'd pay a little bit of attention to, but I wouldn't base any like trading decisions off of it, honestly. At least personally for me. Yeah, that's about it. So make sure you check out our TikTok if you haven't already, or if that's something that interests you. Um, Yeah, you can set an alert to sprint makers. Click on it and then click the little clock thing here. Say add alert, and then you if you just leave it how it is, it'll just set an alert for when it crosses. But if you wanted to do something different, like thought there was a close above. Oh yeah. So you just say like greater than, and say like once per bar close, and then that'll basically set it up where uh whenever the bar closes up above it, it'll alert you and say, hey, the bar is closed above it. So you could, if you wanted to do that, you could set that alert up and then just take the chart, like open your tree over here, your object tree, and then just hide it. And then you don't have to look at it all the time, but whenever it crosses, it'll tell you. But yeah, that's about it for the stream today. So thanks for coming, everybody. Hope you have a good day. Take it a little easy. Yeah, your GPT could help. The GPT could help with that. If you just ask it how to set an alert if you need help doing that. Yeah. Just ask it. Just tell it you want to set an alert on the 200. You could actually even, if you didn't want to do the line, you could even just go to the 2 hour and click on the line and say add an alert. But yeah, if you ask the chat GPT about that, the Battle Box about that, it will help you set up one of those. Can teach you just about anything what to do with TradingView. But yeah, anyways, I will talk to y'all next time. Make sure y'all are staying safe while you're taking those trades today. Watch for those breakouts, and we will be live next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So y'all have a good weekend. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.